The shattered Alliance captain, Elena Vasquez, stood on the bridge of the UESS Defiant, watching the stars streak past as they approached the Nexus Prime station. The massive cylindrical structure rotated slowly against the backdrop of space, its gleaming hull reflecting the light of 3 nearby suns. For 12 years, this station had been a symbol of cooperation between humanity and the Galactic Federation. Today, it might become humanity's tomb. The priority message had arrived 3 hours ago, encrypted with codes that only a handful of people in the entire human fleet knew. The sender was Marcus Chun, a man who had spent the last 4 years pretending to be a loyal human supporter of alien interests while secretly gathering intelligence for Earth's shadow. Division. Elena read the message again, her jaw tightening with each word. The Galactic Federation, composed of 4 major alien species, had been planning humanity's complete extinction for the past 18 months. Every shared technology, every joint research project, every gesture of friendship had been carefully orchestrated to study human weaknesses and prepare for this moment. Dr. Sarah Mitchell approached from the science station, her usually calm demeanor replaced by barely controlled anger. She had been one of the lead scientists on the Human Federation Technology Exchange Program, working closely with alien researchers to develop new medical treatments and energy systems. The betrayal cut deep. Elena, I've been analyzing the data Marcus sent, Sarah said, her voice steady despite the rage in her eyes. The biological samples I provided to the Mokari research team have been weaponized. They've created a pathogen specifically designed to target human DNA. Elena felt a chill run down her spine. The Mokari were supposed to be the most peaceful species in the Federation, focused on healing and scientific advancement. If they were involved in creating biological weapons against humans, then the conspiracy went deeper than anyone had imagined. Commander James Riley, Elena's tactical officer, looked up from his console. Captain, we're receiving multiple transmissions from the other human ships in the fleet. They're all asking about the communication drill you ordered. Elena had called for a fleet-wide meeting under the pretense of testing their secure communication systems. In reality, she needed to brief the other human captains about the trap they were flying into. 47 human ships, carrying over 30,000 personnel, were approaching what they believed was a routine diplomatic conference. Put me through to all ship commanders on Secure Channel 7, Elena ordered. Within minutes, the faces of humanity's finest captains appeared on the main screen. These were experienced officers who had served in the Federation peacekeeping forces, fought alongside alien allies, and risked their lives to protect Federation worlds from pirates and raiders. They deserved to know that their sacrifices had been meaningless. Listen carefully, Elena began, her voice cutting through the static. We have intelligence that the upcoming conference is a trap. The Federation species have been planning our elimination for months. They intend to capture or kill every human leader and then move against Earth itself. The reactions were immediate and varied. Some captains looked shocked, others angry, and a few appeared grimly unsurprised. Captain Maria Santos of the UES Horizon spoke first. Elena, are you certain about this? The Zenthari have been our allies for over a decade. Admiral Krixt, H. personally, recommended me for my current position. That's exactly why this hurts so much, Elena replied. They've been studying us, Maria. Every joint operation, every shared meal, every moment of trust was them gathering data about how we think, how we fight, how we can be defeated. Captain David Park of the UES Vigilant leaned forward. What's our tactical situation? Are we outnumbered? James Riley activated the tactical display. Based on sensor readings, there are approximately 200 alien ships positioned throughout the system. They're using a standard defensive formation around Nexus Prime, but our analysis suggests they're actually creating a trap. Dr. Mitchell added, The aliens have been modifying their ships with technology designed specifically to counter human capabilities. They know our weapon frequencies, our shield harmonics, and our tactical doctrines. They've turned our own openness against us. Elena studied the faces of her fellow captains. These were good people who had joined the Federation with hopes of building a better future for humanity among the stars. Now they were being asked to fight for their very survival against the species they had trusted. "What are our options?" asked Captain Lisa Zhang of the UES Relentless. "We can try to withdraw and warn Earth," Elena said. "But the aliens have deployed quantum interdiction fields. We can't jump to hyperspace until those fields are neutralized. So we're trapped." Captain Santos concluded. "Not trapped," Elena corrected. "Cornered. And there's a difference. Trapped animals die. Cornered humans fight back." The bridge fell silent as the implications sank in. For 12 years, humanity had been the junior partner in the Galactic Federation, eager to learn from more advanced species and prove themselves worthy of inclusion. They had shared their best technology, their military strategies, and their scientific discoveries with beings who had been planning their destruction all along. "Agent." Marcus Chun's voice crackled through the communication system from his hidden position on Nexus Prime. "Elena, I'm detecting massive energy buildup in the alien fleet. They're preparing to spring the trap the moment your ships dock." Elena made a decision that would change the course of human history. "Marcus, how long do we have before they realize?" "We know? Maybe an hour, assuming you continue on your current course. If you deviate now, they'll know something's wrong and attack immediately." Elena looked at her fellow captains. "Ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to share something with you that's been classified at the highest levels of Earth government. For the past 8 years, while we've been playing the role of eager students, our best minds have been developing contingency plans for exactly this scenario." Dr. Mitchell stepped forward, her expression grim. Project Prometheus was initiated after the first suspicious activities were detected in Federation research facilities. We've been preparing for the possibility that our alien allies might one day become our enemies. "What kind of preparations?" Captain Park asked. "Hidden weapon systems, covert agents, and tactics that the aliens have never seen," Elena replied. "They think they know how humans fight because we've shown them our basic capabilities. They have no idea what we're really capable of when our survival is at stake." The communication system chimed with an incoming transmission from Nexus Prime. Elena nodded to her communications officer, who put the message on screen. Ambassador Veltar of the Mokari appeared, his reptilian features arranged in what humans had learned to recognize as a smile. His scaled skin shimmered with the bioluminescent patterns that indicated pleasure or satisfaction. "Captain Vasquez, welcome to Nexus Prime. We have prepared special accommodations for you and your fellow humans. The conference chambers have been modified to ensure your comfort during the extended negotiations." Elena forced herself to smile back. "Thank you, Ambassador. We're honored to participate in such an important gathering. My fleet will begin docking procedures within the hour." "Excellent. We look forward to a most productive meeting. The future of Human Federation relations will be decided here today." The transmission ended, and Elena felt sick. The ambassadors. Words carried a double meaning that chilled her to the bone. The future of Human Federation relations would indeed be decided today, but not in the way Veltar intended. "All ships maintain current approach vector," Elena ordered. "We're going to let them think they've won until the moment we strike back." Captain Santos looked worried. "Elena, if this goes wrong, we're not just risking our lives. We're risking the survival of our entire species." "That's exactly why we can't afford to fail," Elena replied. "The aliens made one crucial mistake. They assumed that because we trusted them, we were weak. They're about to learn that human trust isn't weakness. It's a choice." And when that choice is betrayed, humans become the most dangerous species in the galaxy. As the human fleet continued its approach to Nexus Prime, Elena felt the weight of history on her shoulders. In less than an hour, the careful balance of power in the galaxy would be shattered forever. The aliens had started this war by betraying humanity's trust. Now it was time to show them what humans did to those who threatened their survival. The age of human naivety was ending. The age of human vengeance was about to begin. Asterisk. The human counter-striker alien fleet moved into position around Nexus Prime like predators surrounding wounded prey. Admiral Crixth of the Xanthari watched from his flagship as the human vessels approached the station's docking bays. His arms moved gracefully over the tactical controls, coordinating the final phases of what would be remembered as the greatest strategic victory in Galactic Federation history. "Admiral," his tactical officer reported, "the human fleet is maintaining standard approach formation. They show no signs of detecting our true intentions." Crixth's mandibles clicked in satisfaction. 12 years of careful planning were about to pay off. The humans had been so eager to prove themselves worthy of Federation membership that they had shared their most sensitive military secrets without hesitation. Now those same secrets would be used to eliminate them. On the bridge of the UESS Defiant, Captain Elena Vasquez watched the alien ships positioning themselves. To an outside observer, it looked like a standard defensive formation, but Elena could see the trap being set. The aliens were creating overlapping fields of fire that would destroy any human ship that tried to escape. "Dr. Mitchell, are the Prometheus systems ready?" Elena asked quietly. Sarah Mitchell nodded grimly. "All hidden weapon systems are online. The quantum disruptors are charged and ready for deployment. Agent Chun confirms that our sleeper operatives are in position throughout the alien fleet." Elena felt a surge of pride. For 8 years, while publicly sharing technology with their alien allies, humanity had been secretly developing weapons and tactics that the Federation had never seen. The Prometheus Protocol was humanity's insurance policy against exactly this scenario. "James, signal all ships. Begin Phase 1 of Operation Prometheus." Commander Riley's fingers flew over his console, sending coded signals to the human fleet. To alien sensors, it would look like routine docking communications. In reality, it was the activation signal for the most sophisticated military operation in human history. Throughout the human fleet, hidden compartments opened and concealed weapon systems emerged. The used Defiance Hall split apart in dozens of places, revealing quantum disruptor arrays that had been built into the ship's structure. Similar transformations occurred across all 47 human vessels, but the aliens noticed nothing. Their sensors were calibrated to detect known human technology, not the advanced systems that had been developed in secret. Agent Marcus Chun crouched in the maintenance tunnel beneath Nexus Prime's command center, his hands working quickly to install the virus that would cripple the station's defensive systems. He had spent 4 years building trust with the aliens, pretending to be a human who believed in the Federation's noble goals. The betrayal he felt was nothing compared to the satisfaction of knowing he was about to turn their own systems against them. "Elena, the virus is uploading now," he whispered into his hidden communicator. "You have 30 seconds before I crash their communications grid." On the Xanthari flagship, Admiral Crixth H. received a priority transmission from the station commander. "Admiral, we're detecting some unusual energy patterns from the human ships. Should we be concerned?" Crixth studied the sensor readings. The humans were indeed showing higher than normal power output, but nothing that seemed threatening. "They're probably running final system checks before docking. Humans are notorious for their excessive safety protocols." It was the last mistake he would ever make. Elena gave the signal. "All ships, execute Operation Prometheus." Show them what happens when you betray humanity. The effect was immediate and devastating. Quantum disruptors fired from concealed positions on every human ship, their energy beams designed to tear apart matter at the atomic level. The weapons had been developed specifically to counter alien shielding technology, using principles that the Federation had never encountered. The first wave of disruptor fire struck the outer ring of alien ships. Instead of the familiar flash of energy weapons hitting shields, the alien vessels simply began to disintegrate. Their hulls dissolved into component atoms as the quantum field spread across their surfaces. Impossible. Admiral Crixeth screamed as his tactical display showed. A dozen ships vanishing in seconds. They don't have weapons like this. But the humans were just getting started. Phase 2 of Operation Prometheus involved the activation of sleeper agents throughout the alien fleet. These were humans who had been working in various support roles, trusted by their alien colleagues and given access to critical systems. Engineer Patricia Wong, working aboard a Maukari cruiser, activated the explosive charges she had been secretly installing for months. The ship's power core overloaded, sending chain reactions through the engineering decks. Within minutes, the entire vessel was consumed by internal explosions. Communications Officer Robert Kim, stationed on a Xanthari destroyer, released a computer virus that spread through the ship's network, turning the vessel's own weapons against nearby alien ships. The destroyer began firing on its allies, adding to the chaos. Dr. Jennifer Ross, embedded in a Vorthic research vessel, released a biological agent that she had been developing in secret. The pathogen was designed to target the specific brain chemistry of Vorthic neural systems, causing temporary paralysis throughout the ship's crew. Across the alien fleet, similar acts of sabotage were occurring simultaneously. The Federation forces found themselves under attack, not just from the human fleet, but from within their own ships. Elena watched with grim satisfaction as the alien formation fell apart. Phase 3, all ships. Deploy the Harbinger drones. The final component of Operation Prometheus was perhaps the most devastating. Each human ship released swarms of autonomous attack drones that had been designed using advanced artificial intelligence. These drones were programmed with detailed information about alien ship designs, gathered during years of supposed cooperation. The Harbinger drones moved through space like angry wasps, seeking out specific weak points in alien vessels. They bypassed shields, penetrated hull armor, and delivered targeted strikes to critical systems. Within minutes, the alien fleet was in complete disarray. Ambassador Veltar's voice crackled over the emergency communication channel, his usual calm demeanor replaced by panic. Human ships, cease fire immediately. This is a violation of all Federation treaties. Elena's response was cold and final. The Federation violated those treaties the moment you decided to commit genocide against my species. You wanted to see what humans are capable of when threatened. Congratulations, Ambassador. You're getting a front row seat. The battle, if it could even be called that, lasted less than 30 minutes. The alien fleet that had been positioned to destroy humanity was itself destroyed, torn apart by weapons they had never imagined and tactics they couldn't comprehend. Admiral Crix, his flagship burning around him, made one final transmission. How did you hide all of this from us? We studied your species for years. Elena appeared on his screen, her expression hard as steel. You studied what we wanted you to study. You saw what we allowed you to see. Did you really think a species that survived ice ages, world wars, and the colonization of hostile worlds would be naive enough to trust alien species without preparing for betrayal? We were trying to prevent you from becoming a threat to galactic peace, Crix pleaded. By planning our extinction? By creating biological weapons to kill our children? Elena's voice rose with barely controlled fury. You made us a threat the moment you decided we couldn't be trusted to exist. The Xanthari flagship exploded in a ball of fire, taking Admiral Crixed H with it. As the last alien ship fell silent, Elena surveyed the debris field that had once been the Federation's most powerful fleet. The victory was complete, but she took no joy in it. This had been a war that nobody wanted, started by aliens who had let fear override their judgment. Dr. Mitchell, send a message to Earth. Tell them Phase 1 of human expansion is complete. The galaxy is no longer under Federation. Control. Sarah Mitchell looked up from her console. Elena, what about the remaining Federation worlds? There are billions of innocent civilians who had nothing to do with this conspiracy. Elena considered the question carefully. We'll deal with them as they deserve to be dealt with. Those who stand against us will face the consequences. Those who accept human leadership will be protected. The age of human subservience is over. Agent Shun emerged from the wreckage of Nexus Prime, his mission complete. Elena, I've secured the station's databases. We now have complete intelligence on every Federation world, every military installation, and every potential threat to human interests. Elena nodded. Good work, Marcus. Begin Phase 2 of Operation Prometheus. It's time to show the galaxy what happens when you underestimate humanity. As the human fleet regrouped and prepared for the next phase of their campaign, Elena reflected on the irony of the situation. The aliens had tried to destroy humanity because they feared what humans might become. In doing so, they had created the very monster they had sought to prevent. The galaxy was about to learn that humans, when pushed to their limits, were capable of things that would make their former alien allies wish they had never encountered the species from Earth. The age of human dominance had begun, forged in the fires of betrayal and tempered by the absolute determination to survive. And it had all started with the simple truth that the aliens had failed to understand. Never, ever underestimate the ingenuity and resolve of humanity when their survival is at stake. Asterisk.